Why the world is suddenly obsessed with Filipino singers. For decades, the world has known that Filipino singers are good. We've seen them deliver show-stopping auditions on talent shows that left judges like Simon Cowell completely speechless. We've seen them headline sold-out Broadway stages. The talent has always been undeniable. But in 2025, something shifted. Good became globally dominant. Suddenly, it wasn't just about individual singers winning competitions anymore. It was a full-blown movement. We went from jaw-dropping televised auditions to sold-out international arenas for P-pop groups, viral TikTok trends with hundreds of millions of views, and Filipino artists topping global charts. The talent was always there. So what was the catalyst for this recent explosion? It's not just one thing, but a perfect storm of culture, strategy, and a new generation of artists rewriting the rules. Intro and hook combined. For decades, the world has known that Filipino singers are good. We've seen them deliver show-stopping auditions on talent shows that left judges like Simon Cowell completely speechless. We've seen them headline sold-out Broadway stages. The talent has always been undeniable. But in 2025, something shifted. Good became globally dominant. Suddenly, it wasn't just about individual singers winning competitions anymore. It was a full-blown movement. We went from jaw-dropping televised auditions to sold-out international arenas for P-pop groups, viral TikTok trends with hundreds of millions of views, and Filipino artists topping global charts. The talent was always there, so what was the catalyst for this recent explosion? It's not just one thing, but a perfect storm of culture, strategy, and a new generation of artists rewriting the rules. Before we unpack this global phenomenon, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. You're not going to want to miss the story of how Filipino music is taking over the world. Section 1. The Foundation, a Nation of Singers. To really get what's happening now, you have to look at the past. The Philippines has long been called a nation of singers, and for good reason. Music is woven into the fabric of everyday life. It's the karaoke machine at every family gathering, the centerpiece of community fiestas, and a core part of worship in church choirs across the nation. This cultural immersion creates a massive nationwide talent pool where powerhouse vocals are nurtured from a young age. This foundation produced legends who kicked down the door to the international stage and proved that global success was possible. You can't talk about Filipino voices on the world stage without starting with Lea Salonga. In 1989, she took on the lead role of Kim in Miss Saigon and became a global icon, earning a shower of awards, including the prestigious Tony and Olivier Awards. The visibility she received set a new standard, and she wasn't just a Filipino star. She was a world-class performer who happened to be Filipino, providing the singing voices for not one, but two Disney princesses, Jasmine and Mulan. Then there's the incredible real-life fairy tale of Arnel Pineda. For years, he was a celebrated musician in Asia, but in 2007, his life changed forever. Journey, one of the biggest rock bands in history, was searching for a new lead singer. Their guitarist, Neil Schon, was about to give up when he stumbled upon YouTube videos of Pineda covering their songs. Struck by a voice that sounded remarkably like their legendary frontman Steve Perry, the band flew him to the US for an audition and announced him as their new lead singer. His story became a modern testament to the sheer power of Filipino talent, so undeniable it could be discovered through a laptop screen and placed on the world's biggest stages. And even before the internet, Filipino music was making waves. Freddie Aguilar's 1978 song Anak, a raw, emotional ballad of remorse written for his parents, transcended language barriers. It was translated into dozens of languages and became one of the best-selling Filipino songs of all time. These pioneers, Leah, Arnel, and Freddie, built the foundation. They proved Filipino artists had what it takes to captivate a global audience. But it was the next generation that would turn these individual successes into a full-blown movement. Section 2. The The catalyst, the P-pop revolution. For years, the formula for international success seemed to be an individual artist getting discovered abroad. But the question remained, how could the Philippines create its own engine for global music dominance? The answer came in the form of P-pop, or Pinoy pop, and the group that became the catalyst was SB19. When SB19 debuted in 2018, some initially dismissed them as mere copycats of K-pop groups. It's true they were the first Filipino group trained under a Korean entertainment company, adopting the same rigorous system that produces K-pop idols. But what they did next was revolutionary. They took that world-class training and created something uniquely Filipino. Their music, their stories, and their identity were unapologetically their own. Their 2019 dance practice video for Go Up went viral, and the world started to pay attention. By 2021, they had made history as the first Filipino and Southeast Asian act to be nominated for a Billboard Music Award, landing in the top social artist category alongside global superstars like BTS and Ariana Grande. SB19 didn't just perform songs, they built a world for their fans, known as A10, and infused their work with Filipino culture. They were the architects, proving that a P-pop group could be built in the Philippines for a global audience without sacrificing its identity. Section 3. The explosion, the mainstream tidal wave. If SB19 were the architects who built the global engine for P-pop, then BINI hit the accelerator and drove it straight into the mainstream. Formed through Star Hunt Academy, the girl group BINI officially debuted on June 11, 2021, with their single Born to Win. Their name, from the Filipino word binibini, or young lady, was chosen to embody the modern Filipina, sweet, fierce, and independent. But it was their late 2023 single Pantropico that created a tidal wave. Pantropico wasn't just a hit, it was a cultural phenomenon. The infectious Pantropico dance challenge went viral on TikTok, capturing a massive mainstream audience both locally and internationally. Suddenly, everyone was dancing to P-pop. In June 2024, BINI made history by becoming the first Filipino act to top Spotify's Daily Top Artist Philippines chart, overtaking Taylor Swift, who had held the spot for nearly 2 years. Their success proved that the P-pop model was not only viable, but incredibly powerful. With a rapidly expanding international fan base and a performance at K-Con LA, BINI solidified their status as the nation's girl group and proved that P-pop wasn't just knocking on the door, it was a global force. The success of SB19 and BINI has opened the floodgates for a new wave of Filipino artists, and it's not just limited to P-pop. In early 2025, singer-songwriter Zach Tabudlo signed a deal with Mercury Records in the US, the same label handling global stars like Post Malone and Zayn Malik. This move signaled a major vote of confidence from the international music industry in a Filipino artist's global potential. And you can't talk about global music domination without mentioning artists of Filipino heritage at the absolute top of the industry. In 2022, Filipino-American artist Olivia Rodrigo won 3 Grammy Awards, including Best New Artist. That year, she made history as the first Filipina to be nominated in all 4 of the Grammy's top categories. Her success provided powerful representation and inspired a new generation. This rising tide is lifting all boats. We're seeing artists like Sofia La Forteza, a Filipino-American singer, debut as the leader of the new global girl group Cat's Eye, formed by Hybe, the agency behind BTS, and Geffen Records. The domestic scene is also buzzing with fresh talent. Groups like BGYO, G22, and VXON were named part of Billboard Philippines' P-pop rising class, signaling they are artists poised to make their mark. The pipeline of talent is stronger than ever, proving the Philippines is a consistent source of world-class musical artists. So, why is the world suddenly obsessed with Filipino singers? The truth is, it isn't sudden at all. It's a powerful evolution. It started with a deep, cultural foundation of music that produced legendary voices who proved it was possible. Then, it was supercharged by a strategic revolution in training and identity, led by pioneers like SB19, who built a new path to the world stage. And finally, it was ignited by a mainstream explosion, with groups like BINI creating viral moments that brought P-pop to the masses. The era of Filipino artists waiting to be discovered is over. They are now the architects of their own success, building their own movements and commanding global attention on their own terms. This isn't just a fleeting moment. It's the dawn of a new era for Filipino music, one where their voices are not just being heard, but are helping define the future of pop music worldwide. What do you think is the biggest factor in P-pop's rise? And which Filipino artist are you rooting for on the global stage? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and share it with a friend. Thanks for watching.